was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Clock at 6. Here's Harden. And it's Durant with the rebound. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game, scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries.
That was incredible.
How's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop he could have chosen.
Yeah, and he pulls that one off, guys, to perfection.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
And Ibaka slams it in. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. There's a screen. Screen by Howard. And he gets the bucket.
Well, that shot was made possible by the work Dwight Howard did.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. Adams outside, and so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And how about a look? Now at the top, rebounding small forwards in the NBA during the past month. Kevin Durant is second.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Yeah, I think they all have that little bit of extra edge to their game that allows them to put up the kind of rebound numbers usually you only see from power forwards.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. He feeds it to Ibaka. Latrey, and it's Durant. That time on the assist from Ibaka. And that's now 7 points for Kevin Durant. Rockets trail by 5. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Waiters dishes to Westbrook. Ibaka, wide open, he fires. Misses off the right iron.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it. You know, when you look at the Thunder and their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive. 4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Beverly against Westbrook. And Ibaka kicks to Adams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Stolen by Beverly. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Cantor comes in for Adams. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. Houston also making some changes. Capella's checked in, and Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. It's Harden with the drive. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And a final note on the Thunder defense. A lot of it is a mentality. They have guys that aren't scared to challenge shots, and they're a solid group that knows how to play tough team defense.
Lawson is doubled. He dishes it to Capella. Feeds it to Ariza. The pass to Howard. And no good, and a chance to take the lead. And oh, here we go. Foy's got it, the fast break chance. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
A shot by Harden, wide open, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Durant, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And they can up the ante a little bit there after that basket.
Yeah, you know, their lead's increasing, and they've got to be feeling better and better about the way this game is starting to play out now. So we'll see if they can close it out.
For the Thunder, Anthony Morrow's checked in for Durant, and it's Payne in for Dion Waiters. Smith checked in for Houston. Terry comes in for James Harden. Stolen by Cantor. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That is on Ty Lawson.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg. Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Foy's got 6. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Smith kicks to Lawson to stop the run. Misses off the left iron. The Thunder leading by 13. There's Foye with the 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. Talking about Randy Foye last year, one difference is that he started almost every game, 78 the most in his career. That may have given him, Greg, additional confidence. Who knows?
Well, where I was impressed, Kevin, with his improvement was as a facilitator and rebounder. He seemed to lose his mojo for a few years in there, but last season, I really feel like he got it back.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. You put it on a platter for him. Gosh, that was neat.
And guys, how about the touch there on the finish? Really just flawless.
Poked away. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
They're fortunate that one was just a deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Kyle Singler.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Thunder lead by 16. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence.
He trusts you every time.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Brewer and Smith, the two rangy forwards. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the 5. Dion Waiters checked in for the Thunder. And a switch here also for Houston. Howard's checked in.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
The Thunder leading by 12. Westbrook drives in, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. It's Westbrook with the drive. No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Stolen by Waiters. From past the arc, and Russell Westbrook good for 3. Westbrook's got 5.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
It's Harden with the drive, and it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City, Serge Ibaka was checked in for Collison, and it's Kevin Durant in for Kyle Zingle. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now, and it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And Beverly kicks to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Harden the pass to Beverly. Takes the 3.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Here we go, one-on-one. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Brewer's shot is off.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly. He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder to ask that of anybody. You know, that's tough to do. Clark, hard to make up what Harden had accomplished.
Yeah, and the Thunder even asked Waiters not to wear number 13 to avoid any comparisons, which I think was a smart move. But they still would like to have him provide some punch in terms of points off the bench.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Out to Ibaka. Another shot. No good. And Houston the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
You're just looking at the stat sheet. They gave far too many free throws.
Oh!
The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly. You're right. And off the defense, totally off guard.
Hey, guys, how about his coach? Looked like his heart was in his throat there for a second. Now, though, he's able to smile, more of a smile of relief.
Randy Foye, he's checked in for Waiters. And then for Houston, Reza comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Lawson in for Patrick Beverly. Durant attacking.
Hey, you look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet, up until last season, he's been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Cantor comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. The Rockets also changing it up. Capella's checked in, and it's Terry in for James Harden. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Howard kicks to Lawson. Back to Howard. And it's blocked by Ibaka. The dish to Payne. Takes a three. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you were talking about this. He posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
He did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7-foot 5-inch arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has too. Now a timeout called by Houston. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City. They were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Morrow's checked in.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
Terry gets to Ariza. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting player, certainly. But playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around it.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking rim. That's second in the league and a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yeah.
Cantor kicks to Morrow. It's stolen by Ariza. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Terry's got the ball. 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. Singler comes in for Randy Foy. Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Singler left side. Collison dishes to Payne. There's a good screen. A dominating first.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He has 17 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. And it's Durant in at the small forward.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
Here now, the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. Second, the Thunder.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Harden outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure strength.
Oh, we can feel that one all the way over here.
You can see it. That first step was so decisive, aggressive move to attack the rim. Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches. And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
It's Harden with the drive, and it's blocked by Adams. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Here is Harden. He's got 10. 6 to shoot. Ariza, a screen on Waiters. Harden on the rebound goes to the Thunder. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And then talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to... Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Randy Foy, he's checked in for the Thunder. Durant, the pass to Ibaka. Fires the 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Beverly, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Harden left side. Takes it off the glass. Harden's got 6 in the quarter.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
For 3, Westbrook. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Got a piece of it. Durant with the steal. It's rebounded by Houston. That'll be game 4 of the 6-game road trip. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still chose that conservative finish there, just making sure he got the deuce.
And it's sent back by Howard. And now, running up the court, Brewer pushing it up. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And that one's good. Durant. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
They get it back. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray. Westbrook's got 16.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Here's Brewer. That's short off the rim.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Foy with it, and it's Harden picking him up from deep three-point range. Again, Durant missing.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Harden outside. Harden draws the double. Clock at 6.
That's a jump ball.
And so it's Houston with it. Shot clock at 3. Ariza no up. The Thunder leading by 15. Pass to Ibaka. All sorts of time. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Ariza no up. Oklahoma City has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Ibaka goes in. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Harden gets the bucket.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Durant up top, covered by Brewer. And it's Durant missing.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a...
OKC, make some noise for your Thunder.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Oklahoma City leading by 12, and so in the game for the Rockets. Ariza is the small forward and Smith the 4. Lawson out there with Terry, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Back to Waiters. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Rockets trail by 14. Ariza goes in. Rejected by Payne. Raiders against Lawson. Fires from the wing. And he gets it to go. And the Thunder lead by 16. The Rockets shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. The feed now to Smith. And it's Terry off the drive. That's tipped. Singler against Ariza. And Singler kicks to Payne. Back to Singler. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Cantor. Payne. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Payne. The 3 from Morrow, and he gets it to go.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
From deep, can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Terry. Ariza kicks to Smith. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
It's tipped. And now here comes Terry leading the break.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And the dunk by Smith.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Morrill kicks to Cantor. There's the pick. Here's Singler. And he finishes nicely on the way. And the Thunder lead by 17.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Rejected by Collison.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Baca comes in for Nick Collison. Kevin Durant's checked in for Singler. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Anthony Morrow. Screen by Ibaka. Durant for three. Rebounded by Capella.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Rockets trail by 15. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
Now a timeout called by Houston. We all know about Durant's injury last season. Strange because he was the model of health pretty much before that.
He really was. I mean, just rarely missed extended time. And factor in he, along with Westbrook, two guys who had been really the model of durability. Health is something he nor the fans will ever take for granted again.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me, show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
You know, a quick note about Kevin Durant and his ability to stay on the floor. Prior to last season, he played in 97% of all games that he could have. That's high-level durability there.
Here's Brewer. Can't get it to go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Beverly. Now, here's Brewer. He's guarded closely. Good.
And thinking about how much Durant has played, that 97% of games played is for international play and playoffs. That's an incredible amount of games that he's suited up for. You wonder if it just wore down his body.
Harden against Westbrook. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Harden with it, and it's Waiters picking him up, and it's blocked by Adams. Right side Westbrook. That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Thunder.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Durant. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. Jason Terry, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Lawson in for Patrick Beverly.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
4 on the clock. That's good from Payne on the assist from Nick Collison.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he burst to the hoop.
And here's Payne. Here's Morrow. No good. So no problem for